Coming up on Mountain News this morning, schools are starting back all across the Commonwealth, but in Harlan County, they are coming back with added visitors. And a Kentucky city is doing its best to keep the streets clean with an annual event.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. We are coming up on 5 a.m. on August 29th. Now let's check in with Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. And Brandon, there's quite a bit of rain, at least in Hazard. Whenever I was on my way in, I had to drive extra slow this morning. So.
Exactly, and you all should too, because it's one of those situations today. I think we feel like the weather is under it. We're going to be looking again at some rain across parts of the region. Live pinpoint Doppler radar. We're going to take you on a brief tour this morning. Some heavier pockets just to the north of Hazard, going through parts of Owsley and Lee counties, coming into Breathitt County up toward the Buckhorn area here in Perry County, and then north of Hindman over there in Knott County this morning. So just be aware of that. Heavy pockets rolling through, so just give yourself plenty of time. Also going from Pike County into southwest Virginia there, and Dickinson County there, seeing some pretty good showers this morning. So just be careful out there. Temperatures in the 60s and low 70s. Again, comparable to yesterday, but a touch warmer in some areas. We're not going to see a whole lot of movement today. I really think our clouds and our rain chances keep us in the 70s all day long. I think upper 70s will be about the best we do. Chances for showers and storms. Heavy rain is the threat today. No severe threat, but heavy rain could be an issue, especially near the borders. And again, 78 a daytime high. It's going to be a dreary day. Hopefully we can keep our rain gear handy and get through it before we got some nicer weather coming a little bit later this week. Olivia?
Brandon, thank you. School systems are working on building their own police force after recent state legislation, and Harlan County Schools is part of that process. The school system now has 6 officers, one assigned to each school in the county. Superintendent Brent Rourke says they are working to keep kids safe.
Security, it's on everybody's mind all the time. If you look at all of our priorities, things we want to do, educating children, providing opportunities, security's first and foremost. It has to be. Our kids have to feel safe, and the parents have to feel safe sending them.
The school system also works with the Harlan County Sheriff's Department whenever the need exists. Yesterday, Perry County Schools kicked off the school year with faculty, staff, and students returning to the classrooms. And for the second year, Robinson Elementary and Buckhorn students went back to the old A.B. Combs building in Hazard. Both principals say they are looking forward to another year, and they are thrilled to see the students back on campus.
Just looking forward to having a great year, a little bit of stability, you know, and provide that for our kids and community. That means more to me, being able to offer that and a high quality education than anything to our kids.
We want our students to learn the most, to the most of their ability, but we want to love them too. We want to know that we love them first and we're going to teach them second.
Nearly all schools in our region are now back in session. Williamsburg Independent goes back tomorrow, August 30th. Another Perry County school is embracing change. Back in the spring, the school board voted to consolidate Leatherwood Elementary into Viper Elementary due to decreasing enrollment. WYMT's RJ Johnson spoke with school leaders on how they have managed this transition.
It's a big thing, you know, when anyone has to switch a school, but when an entire staff and students have to switch. I know that was going to be greater, and but we're going to make it the best that we possibly can.
Principal Melissa Ritchie says it takes a lot to bring everyone together, but she knows it will all work out.
It's just been wonderful. I feel like we really meshed well together, and it's obvious that we're all in it for the kids. We're here for the kids, and just here to make the transition as easy as possible.
With several teachers coming from Leatherwood, transition coordinator Anita Shepard says it makes the switch easier for students.
In my role as the transition coordinator, I've been in contact with several Leatherwood parents, and we've had our back to school bash here at Viper, so they were able to come in, view the school, see the classrooms, meet the teachers. A lot of our teachers are teachers from Leatherwood, so they already knew those.
She says students being around new kids will have a positive impact for them.
Already knowing a few people here, and it made it easier, and they're excited. I feel as though our Leatherwood students are excited to come here because they're going to meet new children and have a bigger classroom with more kids to be involved with and to learn with.
Shepard says this transition has been smoother than what they thought, but she says they will continue to support parents and students during the process. Some Eastern Kentucky school districts welcomed back students yesterday after a brief illness break. Magoffin and Lee County schools, along with Jenkins Independent, canceled classes last week because of illnesses. We checked back in with Lee County schools yesterday. They say they had a 90% attendance rate. It's up from last week. Only 82 students were not in school. That's out of about 900 students. Most of the staff is also back. One Southern Kentucky city is trying to beautify the city by reducing the amount of litter. Keep Corbin Clean is a cleanup event the city of Corbin tries to host once a year in an effort to combat litter. Maggie Mulholland with the Corbin Tourism and Convention Commission says people in Corbin want to live in a clean and thriving city, and that hosting events like this really makes people appreciate where they live that much more.
There's a good sense of stewardship. People, want their community to be a great place to live. We're blessed with natural beauty.
Anyone wanting to make Corbin a better place is welcome to attend the event on Saturday at Sanders Park in downtown Corbin. Mulholland says no one will be turned away. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, President Biden met with organizers of the 60th anniversary of the March on Washington and discussed recent hate crime in the United States.
And chances for showers and storms will roll through the region today. We'll continue to track those for you, and I'll have the latest in about 3 minutes.